Hello and welcome to the eFresh.com Fish and Seafood News. Today is the 18th of December. My name is Kim and these are this week's headlines. Warning of tough fish quota talks. NOAA approves tuna catch limit. Certified oysters boost fishery sector. Floods produce bumper Christmas. Historical data helps management. Ministry of State for Fisheries, Tony Killeen, and industry organizations have agreed that Irish negotiators face very fraught annual fish quota talks in Brussels. The failure by the EU and Norway to strike a deal in advance on the shared North Atlantic mackerel stock could place severe restrictions on Ireland's super trawler fleet. A proposed 30% cut in Ireland's prawn quota, on which whitefish fleets on the east, south, and west coast depends, is totally unjustified, the FIF has said. The Federation, which represents 4 main fish producer organizations, is also concerned about retaining the so-called Hague preferences. NOAA has established a catch limit for big-eye tuna in the U.S. pelagic longline fisheries in the western and central Pacific Ocean for each of the calendar years 2009, 10, and 11, having determined that the species' Pacific Ocean population is subject to overfishing. The rule puts in place catch limits for longline fisheries, which target adult big-eye. Under this rule, the U.S. will reduce its longline catch of big-eye tuna from the 2004 baseline catch of 4,181 metric tons to 3,763 metric tons. Once the 3,763 metric tons catch limit is reached in any of those years, retaining, shipping, or landing big-eye tuna caught in the western and central Pacific Ocean will be prohibited for the remainder of the year, with limited expectations. The oyster fishery in the southern Vietnamese province of Bến Tre has received the Marine Stewardship Council certification, becoming the first marine farm in Southeast Asia to do so. The global certification, which is awarded for sustainable fishing, was presented at a conference held by the Worldwide Fund for Nature and the Vietnam Association for Seafood Exporters and Processors. The General Department of Customs said that the oyster exports had increased sharply in 2009 compared to last year. Exports last month reached over 17,000 tons, worth $37.2 million, an increase of 49.6% in quantity. Giant prawns, more than 3 times their normal size, are being caught off New South Wales, sparking hopes this will be a very Merry Christmas for seafood lovers. Commercial fishermen believe heavy rain and flooding earlier this year from the mid-north coast to Queensland helped flush the school of prawns into the ocean, where they grew beyond their normal limits. Coffs Harbour Fishermen's Co-op Seafood Operations Manager, Shane Gary, said the school prawns were the largest of their type seen for more than 40 years. An interdisciplinary team of researchers from the University of New Hampshire has found that Atlantic cod landings in the Gulf of Maine were 20 times greater in 1861 compared to today's catch. Using fishermen's logbook data from New England communities, the team of 14 fishery scientists, social scientists, and historians estimated that 78,000 metric tons of cod were caught in the Gulf of Maine at the time of the Civil War. They also found evidence about the conditions of the marine ecosystem that supported these cod. These conditions may inform management plans aimed at restoring the Gulf of Maine marine ecosystem. The findings are an important step in being able to better implement what is known as an eco-based management approach to restoring depleted fisheries. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com Fish and Seafood News. See you next time.